welcome to this new episode of Inspirations. So that's a podcast, a weekly podcast about knitting and the yarn that I dye in my Etsy for my Etsy shop, and I dye it at home in my basement actually. So my name is Christelle, I'm an indie dyer, and thank you very much for joining me for a new episode. So today is episode 13 of season 4. If you're new to the podcast, I have an Etsy shop which is updated every Monday afternoon. The podcast is uploaded on YouTube every Monday at 5 p.m. Paris time. And there's a newsletter that I'm sending every Monday afternoon just to keep you in the loop of the shop updates, of what's new, of the coming fiber shows, and so on and so forth. So also in terms of generic information about Tricot Stitch, there's a monthly challenge you can participate in. It's called the La Fanfare DFO, and it's for you to share your Tricot Stitch project on Instagram or on Ravelry, or both. You can join by posting a picture on Instagram with this hashtag. There's also the thread, the Ravelry thread. You can find the link in the video description. And I'm randomly picking up a winner at the beginning of each month. So each month you can win a skein of the monthly colorway of the Sock Knitters Almanac. So this month is Teacup, and international participants are welcome to join, okay? And that's it, basically. So I hope you're doing well, guys. I'm doing very well. Today, so the podcast will be uploaded on Monday afternoon as usual, but I'm recording on Saturday afternoon, just in between actually, in between two things, because this morning my husband and I took our kids to do a bit of shopping. So it was very nice to go shopping with the kids for clothes actually. And then we had lunch at a restaurant, which is always nice. And then we came back home because my eldest daughter has French lessons, literary lessons. So she had a lesson from 2:30 to 3:30, so we just came back home, and I take advantage of this little window to film the podcast. And then as soon as I'm finished, we're off to see a exposition on dinosaurs that came to our city, or little city. It's almost a village actually, but so there's an exposition on dinosaurs, like not real size, but like big size dinosaurs. So my 8-year-old Constant is just very excited about this. My 3-year-old Amelia too. She's super excited. Although yesterday she told us, like, why can't we see like an exposition on the princess unicorns, not dinosaurs? So I was like, oh, wait, I know, darling, but no, I'm sorry. We cannot. Well, no, there is no exposition on princess unicorns. It's just dinosaurs for this time. Anyway. So that's the plan. Just afterwards, we're going to do that, which is, just the kind of detail I like, Not every day of the weekend should be like this, but it's nice. Half and half. One day we're just all over the place and running errands and having a good time, and tomorrow will be pajama day. Sounds good. What else? I wanted to share with you the projects I'm knitting on. But actually it's a bit like, I'm feeling like it's the middle of the month, and sock-wise, everything is going smoothly, but everyone is exactly at the same spot, close to the heel. So nothing spectacular, okay? But I'm going to show them to you anyway. And no FO, it's just like, I call this the ventre mou in French, when you're in the middle of something, and when you're knitting, sometimes you're knitting, 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 and then you think you've made progress, and it's like that. I have that kind of feeling right now. So yeah. Anyway, so on the socks. So socks for my sister. I'm really close to the heel. I've got one repetition of the motif, and then I will be at the place where I should start the heel. So that's cool. And at the second side, then that's the socks for the Sock Knitters Almanac for the month of April of this year, and that's the Cornish Cream Tea socks by Ellen Stewart. And I must say, I'm really enjoying knitting this. This is absolutely gorgeous. This pattern is gorgeous, and it's a delight to knit. And there's nothing on the back, which is perfect, because the front is very, very like the stitch pattern is intricate, although very simple to knit, but looks intricate. So that's good that the back is plain. And then I made good progress too on the second side of the Edwardian boating socks. So the links to the different patterns are in the video description. I'm really enjoying this sock. It's the second side of the sock, and I'm going to have a pair soon. So that's cool. But you see, every sock is close to the heel, but not there yet, and I feel like it's, yeah, you can't see really progress. Same with my big project. You see my shawl project, the Kala shawl from Lead Magazine 7. I have a feeling I'm showing this to you like every week, guys, and you don't see any progress. Well, I can tell this is progressing. I'm making progress, but it's so slow. It's so slow. So I'm close to finishing the last repeat of the last chart. Yes, and then there will be a bit of ribbing, and then it's bind off. And this is what is left of the yarn. I think like 60 grams of decay is left. So soon. By the end of the month, definitely. Another project I've been working on, my Stunning String Studio Mystery Car. I've just finished the clue for March. It's growing on me. I mean, each time I'm seeing it in the while I'm filming, I'm not convinced, but it's kind of growing on me because I like knitting on it. I really enjoy the yarn and the pattern. And again, I think we need to trust Cindy. So yeah, good progress on that as well. So I've been working also on my cross stitch, on the color samples for my colorways. So I'm retroactively knitting the Almanac colorways from last year because I want to be able to wear the socks, not have the socks on display at fiber shows. So this is lucky. This was the Almanac colorway of March of last year. And next on the list is Gourmandise, which was the April colorway for 2021. So I'm going to knit samples out of this. And that's it, basically. I think there is a bit of cross stitch as well. I've made progress on my Little Red Riding Hood Parade by the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. You can see the progress is Little Red Riding Hood is starting to appear. The little house is absolutely cute. I'm really enjoying this. Steady progress on that as well, which is exactly what I was aiming for, so that's good. Crochet, it's the floral diamond jumper. I'm just crocheting 2 squares per week, so they should be done sometimes in like the next 2 years. And that's it, guys. So I just wanted to tell you also that on the book front, I've been just listening to the end of the Pendergast series by Lincoln and Child. So since last time, I told you last time I read the Obsidian Chamber. So since then, I've read City of Endless Night, Verses for the Dead, Crooked River, and I've just started the very last one published in the Pendergast series, which is Bloodless. It was published in 2021, so that means that after this one I'm going to have to wait for the next installment, which is killing me, but I mean, I've been reading too fast. I have really been on a splurge of Pendergast lately. I've listened only to that. I've just, you know, put aside everything else. So I have some catching up to do afterwards, but I just want to finish the series and then I will be starting on something else. If you have, I really like sagas and series of books. So if you have one to recommend, don't hesitate. I've really enjoyed reading the Outlander saga. Pendergast was one of my favorites because, I mean, so much action, a bit of gore, like crazy suspense, so cliffhangers everywhere. No, I mean, great series. Battery's Day, I'm just going to change that. So yeah, if you have a book recommendation, don't hesitate. I really like sagas when you have several books in the series. I like murder mysteries. I like when there's a little, you know, twist of supernatural. Don't hesitate to shoot any recommendations. Thank you. So, I've been updating the shop a bit differently this week because lots of things to put in the shop, and since I've reorganized my way of working, I don't have much time left in each and every day to do, you know, tasks out of the ordinary. Like, I really have very well calibrated work days on which I'm, you know, touching on everything that needs to be done, and that way I'm making smooth progress on every front. Like, I'm able to answer emails daily, to dye yarn daily, skein up yarns daily, label yarn daily, prepare orders daily, ship orders daily. I'm doing that. I'm doing everything daily in little increments, and that makes everything go smoothly. But at the end of the day, I don't have a big chunk of time to dedicate to other things. So, because over the past 2 weeks I have not been able to update the shop with what remained after my last fiber show, I decided to include that in my daily routine and have a little bit of time dedicated to, you know, taking photos, cropping photos, putting the yarn online every day, and that works very well. It feels very natural because, I mean, it fits very well in the way I'm working otherwise. So I might just do that. For you guys, that means that last week there was a bit of new yarn in the shop every day. I might stick to the weekly shop update though, because I've just discovered, don't know why I didn't notice that before, but I just discovered that you actually can post listings on Etsy and not activate them straight away. There is this draft option that you can choose, which puts the listings like almost finished in a special folder, and when you're ready you just activate the bunch and then it goes live, and that's perfect. So I might just do that behind the scenes. I'm going to fluidly and smoothly do a bit every day, and then on Mondays I'm going to activate everything I've prepared over the week, and it's going to be very more efficient this way, because, you know, I'm really enjoying having this flexibility to have tasks over the day that takes less time, which are easily permutated over the day. I can totally start with the thing with which I ended the day before and start the day with that. For example, it's been very sunny, like 3 days in a row this week, and I have the sun on the spot where I rinse the yarn outside in the morning. And usually I dye and rinse the yarn in the afternoon, but I decided that because I was in the sun and it was very nice to be there, very warm, I decided to, you know, permutate everything and do that in the morning just to take advantage of the beautiful sunny days. And it feels so invigorating to be able to do that, to just, you know, push things around and do that my way, and really being flexible and being able to, for example, do a lot of things very early in the morning until lunchtime on Wednesday, and then take the kids out to lunch and then take them to the dinosaur exposition. Well, actually I wanted to take them on Wednesday, but it was closed. So I'm going to take them just after the podcast today. But I had organized myself so that I could do that, on Wednesday. And that's great because, I mean, I'm working full-time, like more than full-time even, because I work from home, I work for myself, I have 4 kids. But because I've been thinking about this a lot and for a long time, I really think that I've managed to find a kind of balance which enables me to work efficiently, and I don't feel like overwhelmed. And I'm actually managing to make progress on a lot of things because I have this strategy of, even if I don't spend a lot of time on a subject, if I'm intent on treating this as a projects I need to be making progress on, even if it's just like 5 minutes or 10 minutes per day, I mean, this adds up at the end of the week, this adds up, and at the end of the month, and at the end of the year, you see what kind of progress is being made just because I've decided to take 5 minutes out of my day and, do a little tweaking on this website. So of course, at one point, you have to sit down and decide what you want to do, and you have to decide the way you want to go, what you want to do, and spend some time on that. But once you've done this strategic thinking, really early in the process, and then after is just execution and just executing your plan. Even if you do that 5 to 10 minutes a day, you can yield huge results at the end of the year. So that's my strategy, and that's what I'm doing. And I've been working like this for several weeks now, for my personal projects and for my business. And I must say, I'm kind of amazed by the results. So that's cool. Anyway, in the shop. So a lot of new colorways that I've shown you before, but you did not have the names. So I'm going to give you the names, and everything is in the shop now. So this is all new colorways semi-solid colorways, like a new collection of colorways. I wanted to rework my range of semi-solid colorways in a more, saturated manner, and I also wanted to explore new color combinations. So these are the results of this exploration, and I had a lot of fun in the dye pots, and there is a lot of new colorways coming up your way. So this is Precious. It's a beautiful mix of intense green and teal, which is absolutely gorgeous. This is Merlot. It's like a beautiful vibrant burgundy that is more on the pink side more than on the red side, but very intense and dark and deep and beautiful. This is Forge. Forge is a really interesting color because it's a dark brown and cold brown with dashes of blue, which is absolutely lovely. This is Twig, which could do a beautiful gradient with Forge actually. So that's a deep and intense brown with hints of green. This is Medieval, blue-green, very dark. This is my absolute favorite. That's Diva, and Diva is my favorite, absolute favorite. I love this colorway to pieces. I think I'm going to knit myself a little cardigan out of this, maybe on DK. I want to knit a crop cardigan for the summer, just to wear over this kind of dress. So I think it's going to be Diva. I'm actually hesitating between Diva and Precious because I really like this one too. This is Desert Rose, so that's beautiful brown with hints of pink. Then you have Ultramarin, a beautiful intense blue, and Regal, which is a gorgeous purple with hints of brown, very cold brown. Then you have Truffle. Truffle is a warm brown with hints of orange. And then I have this colorway, which is a bit tricky because I actually didn't write the recipe down, so I'm currently trying to rework it. I've shown it like 2 or 3 episodes ago. It's called Olive Martini, and I've tried to I have the vaguest memory of what I did, and now I'm trying to redo it. It's not exactly there. This is almost there, but not yet exactly. But this is Olive Martini Dark, and this is Olive Martini, and it's not the definite version yet, but I'm getting there. Those colorways are going to be perfect for an Olive Martini Fade. That's going to be absolutely perfect, but it's not there yet. Then you have Lily Pond, which is a beautiful, vibrant green with blues, which I used for the gnome skits. Make no mistakes, gnome skits. Also a new colorway called Miss Jane, very tender. And that's it for the new colorways. Then I have a new base in the shop. I've dyed Lune du Loup, which was the generic colorway of the Sock Knitter's Almanac. Dyed it on this new base, which is BFL Nylon High Twist in fingering weight. And last but not least, I have remaining from Rambouillet. I have 3 50 grams sock kit left. So this is Dirty Rainbow. Dirty Rainbow is the name of this colorway, paired with darker things. There are 3 left in the shop. I know that you guys loved it. You guys loved it. Loves them. Almost all colorways were sold out at Rambouillet except Dirty Rainbow. I'm going to dye some more, but my supplier is actually out of 50 gram skeins. So as soon as they have more, I will dye more and offer more of those kits in the shop. Okay, so that's almost it. I just wanted to share with you, I should have talked about that in the books section, but I forgot, a new book about socks that I just bought. It's Custom Socks, which is a great book, and I bought it because it's by Kate Atherley, which is lead technical editor at Knitty. So knowing the quality of the sock patterns that have been published on Knitty over the years and the innovative sock constructions you can see there, I really wanted to, you know, have to know what Kate would have to say about the subject of socks. So I was not disappointed. I strongly recommend this book. It's making a great addition to my books, to my library on sock knitting actually. And yeah, I'm very happy about this purchase. I've not finished reading it yet, but I really like that she's going in depth on the subject of you know, fit and texture, and the way the different stitch pattern affect the knitting and the fabric of the knitting. This speaks volumes. For example, you see you have some cables, ribbing and stockinette here, and when you just look at it, you see, like, you can think that maybe ribbing is just like the cable portion, but actually this can stretch a lot, like exactly like stockinette. This is very stretchy, but that is absolutely not stretchy at all. So it's very important to understand how the different stitch patterns affect your knitting, especially for socks. And although I'm knitting a lot of socks and I'm very passionate about the subject, I'm very curious, I'm always, you know, reading and trying new things, and I still knit socks that don't fit. And the last pair of socks I completed is way too big, because I don't know what I put them on as I knitted them just to check the size and on and everything. But once I wore them, they grew bigger. So yeah, and I think it must be like my 50th pair of socks that I've knitted. I mean, I'm not a beginner, so I'm really, you know, always curious about everything I can learn about socks, and because there isn't, yeah, way too big. I'm actually thinking of putting them in the dryer just to shrink them a bit, because they're way too big. But anyway, have to work on that. And that's it for this week, guys. I hope you enjoyed the podcast. I will be very happy to see you next week. Next week, I will share with you everything I've been preparing over the past few days for my pop-up shop in Sip and Knit Brussels. That's a new yarn shop that's absolutely gorgeous in Brussels. So if you're living near Brussels, you're not too far away, I will be there for a pop-up shop on Friday, April the 29th, Saturday, April the 30th, and Sunday, May the 1st. And I'm very excited about that, because we are, you know, taking the occasion, we are taking advantage of this to go there a day early, leave a day later, one day later, and we're going to do a bit of sightseeing and have a few strolls around Brussels. I'm taking my husband and the kids, and it's going to be very, very, I think it's going to be great. So yeah, I don't know if you're, you know, maybe if you're in the Netherlands, or I don't know, you're maybe not too far. If you have the occasion to come and see me in Brussels, it will be a huge pleasure. So have a lovely week, and I'll see you next Monday. Bye.